the first thing I'm going to demonstrate for you is a packaging idea. And this is my inspiration piece. This is something that I made a number of years ago. And this is my inspiration piece. So it's a gift bag. And then it has a card attached to the front of it. Okay. So we're going to make this, but we're going to make it in Christmas form. It's super easy to make these. So we're going to make this, but we're going to make it Christmas. Okay. So to make my little project, I've got a brown paper bag. Nothing super exciting about that. Or you can use white, whatever you want. For the papers that I chose, I thought that the brown paper bag looked a little bit better. So that's why I'm going with that. I'm also using the Brightly Gleaming Specialty Designer Series paper. I have a few pieces of this left. This is actually a paper that's on sale. It's half price. So it's $7.50. And as you can see by this piece that I'm going to use, look at that. Look at those copper accents. This paper is so fun. I love it. And the fact that it's half off makes it even that much better. So there's that. So we've got our paper bag here. I need a paper cutter. So we need to cut this bag down. I don't remember how much. We're just going to kind of wing it for the moment. And we're going to go about like this. And we'll see if that's enough. Hopefully it's not too much. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to move this out of the way. And I have this is a full sheet of cardstock cut in half. So it's 2 card bases, basically 5.5 by 8.5. And then my designer papers are 5 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to add these 2 together, layer these together. Good Lord, I've got like a little froggy or something in my throat that doesn't want to go away. And I've got a lot of talking to do, so it needs to leave. Okay, and we'll do that. So you're going to have just a little border all the way around, like 1/8 of an inch. And of course, you could make these bags for literally any occasion. You know, any kind of paper you have. You could make them for Valentine's Day, Easter, a wedding gift, a birthday present, you know, whatever. And they really are pretty cost effective because they only use 1 piece of cardstock and like 1 piece of designer series paper, which, you know, isn't terrible. Oh my gosh, I just got my sleeve stuck in my adhesive. Where do I want that? I'm going to go about like that. Okay, so we have our 2 panels, front and back, here as soon as I glue this down. Okay, then I've got a 1/2 inch circle punch here. I'm going to slide it all the way in, and then I'm going to center it from side to side. Okay, and normally our punches are really only guaranteed to go through 1 piece of paper, cardstock, but designer series paper is pretty thin, I find, and so I don't have any trouble getting those to punch. Okay, so we're done with those for the moment. Now our little bag, we're going to fold this flap down because we want it to open. We want to kind of get it nice and flat. And these bags, of course, are a little cheap, obviously. I think you can get a whole package of them for, honestly, I don't even know, but they're super cheap. Okay, so I'm going to use liquid glue on this just because it's going to be easier. So I'm going to put liquid glue all over my bag. Okay, and then I'm going to put it inside one of my pieces of paper. Down here at the bottom, and I did not cut off enough. So we are going to try to remedy that situation. So what I might have to do is stick my punch back in there and punch off my excess. So let's get the glue. We don't want the glue. So I guess I should have measured this, but you know, sometimes I hate doing that. I just want to go for it. And that's what I did. Good enough. It'll still work just fine. Okay, so then we're going to add the glue to the other part of the bag. I don't know, am I even in the frame? Sometimes I wonder if I get out of the frame on accident. Okay, so then you're just going to place this one on top of it, just lining up the 2 layers of cardstock and holes up here. So we don't really care what the bag is doing because the bag's going to be fine. Okay, so then you just push your hand in here and get the bag open. So there, now you can just throw whatever you need in there and you have a cute little gift bag. Okay, but we still need to do one more thing. I made this card a couple weeks ago on one of our Facebook Lives. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to use it. So what I've got here is one of our clear envelopes. Okay. And I have a little strip of cardstock. This is about a 1-inch strip of cardstock by like 4 1/4-ish. And then I put a piece of Designer Series paper on there. So I'm going to add some adhesive. And this part isn't necessary. I just like things to look finished. And so I'm going to tuck this inside this envelope right up near where the fold is. So it's wanting to stick. We don't want you to stick just yet, so stop it. Okay, so we're going to try to line it up at the top of the envelope here. This is probably the hardest part of the whole thing. Okay, and the reason I did that is because then I'm just going to tuck this flap in here. I'm going to peel the backing off and I'm going to tuck the flap in because then it looks finished. So then I can put my adhesive on the back of the clear envelope and then I can stick it on my front of my bag so that when the person takes the card out of the bag, they're not going to see the adhesive. Okay, the adhesive is not going to show. And then here's my card, and then my card just will slide right down into my clear envelope. And that's the front of the bag. So there's the card and the bag. Then I have this Mossy Meadow ribbon that is actually retiring, and it's the diagonal striped. Need to get that off there. So then you could just tie through, I need some scissors. You could just tie through the top of the bag. My camera's pretty close to my work surface, so if I don't do stuff at the bottom here, then it's almost like it's too high. And there you go. So there we have a super easy gift package with a card already done. I mean, literally, you wouldn't even have to go, you know, you could do, if you wanted to stamp your pieces, you could. So anyways, I was inspired by this that I made, I don't even remember when, a number of years ago. With some paper. But see, well, I guess that's my flap. I did put the cardstock in there too because my original inspiration was a swap that I got from a Founder Circle event that I attended a long time ago. Oh, by the way, if anyone, this is all retired stuff, so you can't even buy that, but this you can. It was inspired by this that I got from another demonstrator in a swap. And you can see all the adhesive on the plastic bag. Not that it even matters that it's there, but I'm just kind of, I'm a little bit anal when it comes to stuff like that. And so I didn't want my adhesive to show. So that's why I put that little strip of cardstock in there. So, and this part is not tacked down. Doesn't make any difference. This is. And so, yeah, so the recipient will have a card and a bag. So isn't that cute? So, yay. Okay. Project number 1 done. So let me put that aside.